Hey guys, welcome to another episode from Growing Wild Farm and Garden. So today I was going to update everybody on the peanuts because Roman asked me about those and he was pretty interested in finding out what they were doing and updates on those. So that's what I'm going to do. We actually just got through, I don't know, almost a week straight, at least 4 good days of like rain, just steady rain. As you can see here, it's like, what, a good 2.5 inches of water that we've had over the last couple days. And the garden is honestly loving the water. We're normally so hot and humid and just gross and dry. Normally we get, just into a drought, essentially. But after those 4 days of water, everything is green and lush and coming back to life, as you can see. So, look at these peanuts. Look at this brand new bright green growth. Look at how tall and lush, and look at the flowers that they're starting to put on all over again just because we got some rain. So this is good to know. This is good for me to know, because it means that when I see them do what they were doing and they just kind of lackluster, they weren't all that green, they were kind of iffy looking, like down here you can see these leaves here. They weren't healthy. They didn't look vibrant. Now I know that maybe they just need a really thorough soaking. And I can do that, especially if this proves to be productive, because I had been watching the flowers before. And after a peanut flowers, like these yellow flowers, after they flower, what happens is the flower will get pollinated, and right at the base of this flower, just like this one, the flower fades and then it makes a peg. The problem I've been having is I haven't been seeing any pegs, and it's been weeks since they flowered the first time. So I didn't know if the plant was gonna give me any peanuts. I didn't know if we were gonna actually have a harvest at all. And since this is my first year, I figured, well, I would just wait and see what would happen. So the exciting news that I wanted to share with you today is that they're creating pegs now, and I can show you those. So this is a good example of one just starting. If you can see this little purple, reddish, brownish thing, you can see where the flower has died back. You can see it right there. And this thing right here is the peg. And I know it's the peg because there are a couple others that have already reached the ground that I'm going to show you. There's one down below here, it's reaching towards the ground. And there's another one that's longer right here that's reaching towards the ground. And now let me show you one that's actually starting to dig into the ground, because that's the exciting part. What they'll do is they dig into the ground, and that's where the peanut forms. So peanuts don't grow like other fruits or other vegetables, and most people know that. They grow under the ground, but if you didn't, now you do. So they have to take these pegs and they dig them into the dirt right underneath the plant, and that is where the peanut grows. This is how they reproduce. So if you think about it, when you plant a peanut, that's why it works. That's why it's the seed, because that's what we're eating, is the seed inside. And whenever you want to plant these, all you have to do is shell the peanuts and take that little thing that we're used to eating and put that in the ground. And that's how I got started with these. So right here, you can see a peg going into the dirt. It has already flowered. The flower is long gone, but that little peg is in the dirt. That means that should become a peanut for me. Now I did the math. I have 15 plants here, and based on the average amount of peanuts that one plant should produce, I could, if they produce as much as they could possibly produce, get about 750 peanuts. So that means 750 individual little things that we would shell and eat. That would be fantastic. I don't know how many pounds of peanuts that is. I have no idea if that's a good amount, but I think it was, especially for my first try. Because ultimately, these were another experiment. I got these seeds from a friend for birthday, and it was from Baker Creek Seeds. So they're an heirloom called Tennessee Red. I read up on them. They're supposed to be okay for this area. And so far, like I said, they're doing really good. I cannot wait till I see what kind of harvest we get, because I've got all sorts of ideas in my head. The original idea of why I was even trying them was because we actually like to eat them as a snack, so I'll probably roast and salt a little bit. I might make some honey roasted ones with some of the honey that we have from our hives. Oh guys, this is exciting. So I wanted to share that with you guys. They probably won't get too much taller, but I'm not really sure. I know that when I looked everything up, they could get a span outward, I think of about 3 feet. I'll have to look for you, and then I'll put it somewhere so that, you know, you can get the correct information. And in these barrels, I've got 5 plants each. So that's 15 because I got 3 barrels. They're fitting just fine. They've got lots of room, and I couldn't be happier. So guys, if you want to try peanuts and you want to do it in a raised bed, go for it. They're kind of like a bush bean almost. So I do not regret trying this. I am super excited to see what happens next. I have to look back up about when to harvest, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be closer to fall when the foliage actually dies back, similar to like potatoes or something like that. So that, guys, is all I really had for today. If you really liked this video, could you give me a thumbs up? Also, if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the little bell so that you get a notification every time I do an upload, because I've got a whole lot more things to show you guys and teach you about, and I would love to share those things. So I hope you have a really good rest of your day, guys. Thanks again for joining me, and I hope to see you next time. We'll see you then.